may not be suitable for all audiences.
So tonight, you're going back to school, as I prove once again, you're still not perfect, but I am.
Art 101 with Mr. Burgher.
Scholars, I want to welcome you back to Art 101 with me, Mr. Burgher. I'm a professional artist, I'm a master educator, and I'm attempting to provide the best in art historical content. If you like the content, like, share, subscribe, get others involved. I greatly appreciate that. And, yeah.
I can't just have you waltzing in here whenever you wish.
What if I soft shoe in, huh?
An art exhibition can really elevate the conversation of a group or topic or a series of works, lots of different things. And one of the most influential, perhaps, in history exhibitions was with the Impressionists and their series of exhibitions that took place. Today, we're going to talk about the 7th of 8 of the Impressionist Art Exhibition. So let's just jump right in and start that conversation. So before we can really get into this 7th Impressionist Art Exhibition, we have to first backtrack a little bit. And as you probably remember, the 6th exhibition was this collection of independent artists, not really Impressionists, thanks to Edgar Degas, who was a bit of a saboteur of the 6th exhibition. Most of the Impressionists were excluded from the show for various reasons, and by the end of the year, Gustave Caillebout was looking for another opportunity for these Impressionist artists, the true Impressionist artists, to exhibit together once again. And this is considering the fact that he was not involved as an organizer or exhibitor in that 6th show. His only real condition for moving forward with the project was the removal of Jean-Francois Raffaelli, who again was brought in by Edgar Degas as a protege during the 5th exhibition, and he had displayed more artworks than any other artist in the 5th and the 6th shows, despite the fact that he was a realist, not an impressionist. But again, the show was becoming more about independent artists than it was about impressionist artists. He was also pretty high on getting rid of Paul Gauguin, of all people, and this was because of his loyalty to Degas. Gauguin had said that, quote, Degas has the instinct of heart and intelligence. Degas is a talent and as a leader, a rare example of what the artist must be. And this rubbed Caillebout the wrong way and saw him as a potential threat to what was going on and just wanted to have him removed from the show as well. So you're probably asking yourself, how does this all go down?
I knew better than to ask.
Well, Jean-Francois Raffaelli is removed. And because of this removal, Edgar Degas withdraws completely from this project. In an act of solidarity with Degas, Mary Cassatt, Henri Rouart, and Charles Tillot would also withdraw from the exhibition.
I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here.
Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Stewardess, please let me handle this.
I've got to get out of here.
So with several artists being on the outside, what was going on the inside with the people that were still looking at attempting to pull off a 7th Impressionist Art Exhibition? Well, it goes back to the year prior. The fairly prominent gallery owner, Paul Durand-Ruel, had invested quite a bit of money the past couple years in Impressionist artworks, and a huge financial crash in 1882 would bankrupt several of his investors. Well, durand-ruel knew that he needed to make some money, and he knew how to pull it off with success because in 1881 he had already pulled off just such a feat. He knew exactly who he needed to involve. He personally asked Claude Monet and Pierre-Auguste Renoir for their help and support in pulling this off. Both of these artists were of the same opinion. They were focused on showing with Impressionists, not on independence from the Salon. Number 2, they did not trust Paul Gauguin, and they had also lost faith in Camille Pissarro for following along with Edgar Degas' ridiculous notion for so long. Both Monet and Renoir did not want to participate with any non-original artist or impressionist type except Gustave Caillebotte, who they would agree to allow in because of their friendship and connection over the past several years, as he was not involved in the Impressionist exhibitions until their second exhibition. But anyway, despite all of those other things, they were in debt to Paul Durand-Ruel, and they knew that he knew how to make the money, so they agreed to participate.
Show me the money.
The Seventh Impressionist Art Exhibition would be held on March the 1st through the 31st of 1882 in a single large room exhibition space that was secured by, of all people, Henri Rouart, who had just left the exhibition, but he had already paid for the exhibition space. He had secured the date, and so he just kind of let him have it for basically his own troubles. Instead of having a printed catalog, they would go with a handwritten document, and on the opening day of the exhibition, nearly 2,000 people came to view the artworks. After that point, nearly 350 would come and view the exhibition every single day throughout the month. There were 9 artists that were on exhibition that had placed 203 different works around that space. The artists that were involved include Claude Monet, Pierre-Auguste Renoir, Camille Pissarro, Alfred Sisley, Gustave Caillebotte, Bertha Morisot, Victor Villon, Paul Gauguin, Armand Guillaume. Side note, despite his hesitations, Gustave Caillebotte would allow Paul Gauguin to come into the 7th Impressionist Art Exhibition, as after having some personal conversations, Paul Gauguin had expressed his disapproval on how Degas had handled several things, including some of the organizational things that he had done and also things that he had not followed through with. And so that got him back into the good graces and into this particular exhibition.
These guys are capable of a lot more than you think. You'd be surprised.
The press as a whole was much more receptive of this Impressionist art exhibition than it had been in comparison to many years previous. It was a return to the original concept of what the Impressionist exhibition was supposed to be. Camille Pissarro and Gustave Caillebotte had worked very, very hard to have this become a success, with Paul Durand-Ruel as a force behind the scenes, securing these major artists and really pulling off a great exhibition. Impressionism was influencing the salon artists, and buyers were starting to come around much more readily to collect Impressionist artworks. Make sure you stay tuned and wait around for the surprising conclusion to the Impressionist art exhibitions as we get to our big finale in the next installment coming up very, very soon here on Art 101 with Mr. Burgher.
I hope you enjoyed that as much as I appreciate being able to bring it to you. You have yourselves a good day, and we'll see you next time.
Get out, and don't come back until you've redeemed yourselves.